Have you ever noticed something strange about your life? No matter how much you promise yourself that this time things will be different, you somehow end up at the same place again. Same mistakes, same people, same fears, same self-doubt. And you sit there thinking, why does this keep happening to me? Here's the uncomfortable truth nobody likes to hear. Your future isn't being created by who you are today. It's being controlled by who you were years ago. Psychology says something shocking. Most of our decisions are not conscious. We don't actually choose the way we think we do. Instead, our brain runs on stored experiences, emotional memories, and lessons learned in the past. And here's a rumor psychologists often talk about quietly. The human brain doesn't care about happiness as much as it cares about familiarity. If something feels familiar, the brain thinks it's safe, even if it's painful. That's why people stay stuck in the same cycles, same toxic relationships, same money problems, same confidence issues, same fear of failure. Not because they enjoy suffering, but because their past trained their brain to believe this is normal, this is life. Let's break this down with something real. Think about a child who once stood in front of the class to answer a question and got laughed at, just once. That moment lasted maybe 10 seconds, but the embarrassment, the fear, the shame, that emotion got recorded deeply in the brain. Years pass. That child grows up. Now they're intelligent, capable, full of ideas. But whenever it's time to speak in a meeting, give a presentation, or express their opinion, something strange happens. Their heart races, their throat tightens, their mind goes blank. Why? Because their brain remembers one old rule. Speaking up equals danger. That moment from the past quietly controls their future behavior. Not logically, emotionally. This is how the past works. It doesn't shout, it whispers. Psychology calls this emotional conditioning. Your brain links emotions to experiences and then uses those emotions to guide future decisions. So if you once loved deeply and got betrayed, your brain learns love equals pain. Later, when someone genuinely cares about you, your brain doesn't feel excitement, it feels fear. You push them away, not because they're bad, but because your past taught you to protect yourself. And the worst part? Most people don't even realize this is happening. They think, I'm just unlucky in love, or I'm just bad at money, or I'm just not confident like others. But psychology says no one is born believing these things. These beliefs are learned. Your past doesn't control your future directly. It controls your beliefs, and beliefs control decisions. Decisions repeated over time become destiny. Here's another simple example. Imagine someone who grew up hearing, "We are not rich people," or "Money is hard to earn," or "People like us don't become successful." These sentences may sound harmless, but to a child's brain, they become truths. Years later, when that person gets an opportunity to earn more, start a business, or take a financial risk, something inside stops them. They procrastinate. They self-sabotage. They find reasons why it won't work. Why? Because success feels unfamiliar, and unfamiliar feels unsafe. Psychologists say this is why many people unconsciously reject good opportunities. Their nervous system is more comfortable with struggle because struggle is what they know. Peace feels suspicious. Stability feels boring. Happiness feels temporary. That's the silent power of the past. There's another rumor in psychology that most people never talk about openly. The brain prefers to be right rather than happy. If your past taught you, "I'm not good enough," your brain will look for evidence to prove that belief. even if it means ignoring success. You could achieve 10 things right, but your brain will focus on the one mistake just to say, "See, I told you." This is why two people can experience the same situation and react completely differently. One failure makes one person quit forever, while the other sees it as feedback. The difference is not talent or luck. The difference is the story their past wrote in their mind. Your past also shapes how you choose people. If chaos felt like love when you were younger, calm relationships might feel boring. If you had to chase attention as a child, you might chase emotionally unavailable people as an adult. If you were ignored, you might overgive just to feel needed. Psychology calls this repetition compulsion, the unconscious desire to replay unresolved emotional experiences, hoping for a different ending. Basically, the brain says, if I fix it this time, I'll finally feel healed. But most of the time, we just repeat the same pain with different faces. Now here's the part most people don't expect. Your past is not evil. It's not trying to destroy your future. It's actually trying to protect you. The brain's job is survival, not happiness, so it uses past pain as a warning system. If something once hurt you, the brain says, avoid it at all costs, even if that thing is growth, love, success, or change. That's why change feels uncomfortable. That's why stepping into a new version of yourself feels scary. Your brain says, this is unknown territory. Unknown means danger. So your past controls your future only when you let your brain run on autopilot. Awareness changes everything. The moment you notice a pattern and ask, why do I always react this way? You create distance between you and your past. The moment you question a belief, instead of blindly believing it, you weaken its control. Instead of saying, I'm bad at relationships, you ask, who taught me this pattern? Instead of saying, I always fail, you ask, what fear is actually driving me? Psychology says, healing doesn't mean erasing the past. It means updating the meaning you gave to it. That childhood failure wasn't proof that you're stupid. That breakup wasn't proof that you're unlovable. That rejection wasn't proof that you're not enough. They were experiences, not definitions. But here's the truth many people avoid. Letting go of the past also means letting go of an identity. And identities feel safe, even painful identities. Some people stay stuck, not because they can't change, but because change would force them to face a version of themselves without excuses, without blame, without old stories. Your past becomes powerful only when you stop questioning it. The moment you realize that your fear is outdated information, your future begins to open up. You start responding instead of reacting, choosing instead of repeating. Your past can guide you, but it should never drive you, because the future doesn't belong to the loudest memories. It belongs to the most conscious choices. So the real question is not, what happened to you? The real question is, are you still living according to it? Think about that. And remember, understanding your mind is the first step to freeing it.